My company name is Information Dental Technology, and we make 3D surgical guides, and it reduces tooth replacement surgery from 4 hours to 45 minutes for potentially millions of patients. Not only that, we solve the largest pain for tooth replacement surgery in the dental industry, and let me explain how. So, an oral surgeon does all of their surgeries completely freehand, and it is virtually impossible to place an implant straight doing surgery freehand because they're splitting millimeters in the mouth. So, an oral surgeon places an implant crooked, and then they send it to a general dentist to place a straight tooth on top of a crooked implant. Now, the more crooked the implant is, the more expensive, time-consuming, and difficult it is for the general dentist to place tooth on the implant. In fact, there are currently billion-dollar companies that all they do is sell components to general dentists to fix this problem. So you can see this is a major pain for general dentists. But it's also cause for a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and pains for the oral surgeon because the oral surgeon relies heavily on the general dentist to send them patients. So during surgery, an oral surgeon, there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress to get it right because if they don't get it right, then that general dentist may not send them patients, and that's going to dramatically affect their livelihood. So our solution to these pains is 3D printing to fabricate surgical guides. Now, a surgical guide is an acrylic mouthpiece that's inserted in the patient's mouth at the time of surgery, and it guides the surgeon's drill to 0.2 of a millimeter accuracy, meaning the oral surgeon is going to place all of their implants straight. So an oral surgeon that's using this type of technology, all of the general dentists in the area are going to want to send them all of their patients. The current competition can fabricate a surgical guide, but it takes them a 30-day lead time to get that done. General dentists are fine waiting 30 days. Oral surgeons are fine waiting 30 days. But the patients are not. They'll go to the surgeon that can do the surgery on that same day. And that results in a busy oral surgeon's office using this type of technology on only 2% of their patients. There are 210,000 dentists in the United States. Oral surgeons are using surgical guides on 385,000 patients every year. At IDT, we're going to increase that to 18.4 million patients every year because we provide a surgical guide on the same day. And we're able to do that because we have patented parts in our 3D printer that allows us to be more accurate and quicker than our competitors. We also have FDA filings, and we're working with the FDA to create our own proprietary formula that's going to increase our competitive advantage and IP. So this is how the whole process works. The patient comes in and they get a dental X-ray, just a regular dental X-ray. And then the surgeon can go on their computer and do a virtual surgery. And with their 3D printer in their office, they fabricate a surgical guide that's ready for surgery immediately. We currently are wrapping up our beta testing phase. And our beta tester is a typical busy oral surgeon's office. He was using surgical guides on about 2% of his patients. Using our system in a short amount of time, he's increased that from 2% to 86%. We've done over a dozen successful surgeries. He signed a letter of intent, and we have our contract ready to go, ready to sign. We're just waiting for delivery and installation of the printer. And he is so excited about it. He's read over the contract. We're ready to go. When we started our beta testing phase, we had dentists that were fighting over who wanted to be our beta tester. We could only pick one. So we contacted 34 other local surgeons. 96% of them were interested over in Utah. Our go-to-market strategy, we have several different strategies, but the American Dental Association, or the ADA, is the world's largest dental association, and they're allowing us to use them as a channel to access their dentists. Our business model is pretty straightforward. So we're not selling the 3D printers. What we're doing is we're leasing them. And then the doctors pay a per part fee, or a usage fee. And that's because we have a 5-year exit strategy plan, and having thousands of contracts out there under a leasing contract makes us a lot more valuable when we're ready to exit. Also, our maintenance plan is completely streamlined. So if our printers break, malfunction, don't print properly, anything happens, we've worked out an agreement with our manufacturing plant that we call them and let them know, and they ship us a new printer before we even ship back the old one. So that helps us with maintenance and time, optimizing us for growth and scalability pretty quickly. In fact, in our first year, we're planning on getting 10 printers out. I have 3 on order right now, ready to go. So we're competing for the 20,000 today to help us get to that 10 this year. We make about $25,000 per dentist, so we're looking at $254,000 in revenue for our first year alone. And then we'll be rolling that out region by region until we reach $305 million. Our first year will make a minimum of 64% profit. And that will increase depending on how much they use their 3D printers. Our 5-year exit strategy plan, we anticipate a 10 times over initial investment return. And we have a solid management team to get this going. I'm the CEO, this is my company, my idea, and I'm very passionate about it. Maurice is an oral maxillofacial surgeon in Provo, Utah. He's our surgical advisor. And then Logan is a financial analyst. He's handled hundreds of millions of dollars worth of assets. So he's a really good integral part of our team. We're also meeting regularly with business advisors and FDA mentors that are currently mentors, but we'll be moving them to an advisory position shortly. So thank you so much for coming out. Do you guys have any questions?